the way from Phoenix, Arizona, Portland, Oregon, and Dallas, Texas. It's the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Anthony, along with my other hosts, Tommy and Team Monies. And we got a jam-packed episode
hold on,
for you, as
before we get
always.
this intro going, cut the music, cut that guitar solo. Just got to talk about why Theron was banned. Let me tell you about. Let me just read this text message that Theron sent me the other day. He said, "Hey, by the way, I'm going to be in Arizona on Tuesday. It is now Wednesday. I think Theron might be recording this episode from Arizona right now, Anthony. What do you think about that?"
Is he?
He is, man. He said he's getting on a flight, and he's going on Tuesday, and he's staying here until, I think, Friday. And yeah.
No! No! Wait,
did.
No way, the ultimate running.
He's not seeing me, though. It's not running into seeing me. No, that's the twist of it, man. No,
wait,
man.
what?
That's what I thought, too, for a second. Yeah.
Wait! Oh, then what the hell is
He's
he
going to
to
see a ghost of girlfriends past, man. One of his former girlfriends. Might be a rekindling a relationship, live on air. And that's why he was banned, man. I was so floored by him. Theron was unofficially banned for this. I was so floored by him being in Arizona. And I didn't think he'd be able to record the podcast if he was on vacation. If he's taking a vacation during a global pandemic and getting on a plane with a mask and gloves and being the only one on the plane, and there's like 200 empty seats next to him. So I thought this was just shocking. No.
Oh my gosh. So, T-Monies, are you in Phoenix?
Yes, I am. That is right. We have pulled off Ultimate Swerve. Let me tell you something. Maybe on the Tuesday to Friday night through a pandemic, you shouldn't drink a lot of alcohol to the point of certain drunkenness where you decide that you should listen to your old girlfriends and then indeed go on to cheapoair.com, shout out cheapoair.com, and book a really, really inexpensive round trip flight during said global pandemic, spend 5 to 7 days there, and then wait until about a week before you're going to come. Tell your best friend that you're coming, even though it's a global pandemic. So
and then not even hang out with him.
I mean, I was down for it, but there's a pandemic, so I don't really know. I'm not sure how it works. He got kids. I don't want to. No, I'm traveling. What if I don't know? I don't have.
Bro, you already broke quarantine by traveling and seeing ex-girlfriends. What the hell is going on?
Exactly.
I'm so confused. You're breaking the ultimate home isolation rule by not home isolating and traveling, and then you're worried about seeing your best buddy.
Of course. That's like crab cakes in football. That's what Maryland does. We just take chances, go out, and we just go on planes for 5 hours, totally risky.
So
in the air, in a mask.
Sorry.
Thank you for flying American Airlines. And we're just now. It's her birthday.
So I'm
17. Happy birthday, Sarah.
This is amazing, man. This is amazing.
Hold on. I have some follow-up questions. You said I was talking to my girlfriends. Was that
No, he didn't.
No.
I was like, oh my God.
He said he made a reference to a movie starring Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
Called Ghosts of Girlfriend's Past. This is an.
Oh no, but because I thought you had said, in your drunken stupor, that when your girlfriends tell you to go get a plane ticket. So I was like, wait a second, how are these multiple ex-girlfriends coordinating this one plan to get T-Monies out to Phoenix? What the hell is going on?
I've had multiple ex-girlfriends coordinate on things. They weren't good for me. But, no, this was one ex-girlfriend who I've been keeping in contact with as of late. And that was like way back before all this.
You should risk your life for me.
Exactly. Isn't that crazy, man? Like, who does that, right? That's like getting thrown off the top of a tower. Certain death.
I think it's funny, man. I think it was funny because Theron was like the ultimate quarantine king, man. He was living the good life. He was staying at home, following the rules. I saw him on Instagram, like wearing a mask, man.
Yeah, right.
Gloves. I saw him like work out in the park, like by himself. So he's like a social distancing from everyone. And then like right at the end of the finish line, 2 months into it, he just like blows it all up, man. It was great. Classic Theron. I loved it, man.
Aren't you guys resuming professional sports on Saturday? I mean, isn't it safe? Is it not safe to take a chance and just go to your home state that you miss so much? Very nice here. Hot Pockets are breathtaking.
Wow.
Wild and crazy.
So does your ex-girlfriend have better internet?
No comment on that.
I mean, the internet seems to be the same right now. Cox cable is no different. We're still working on that. Yeah. Stay connected.
All right. So wow, Theron's in Phoenix and got temporarily banned from the show. That's all right.
I'm telling you, our thread is reasonable. Crazy right now, man. Our thread has been crazy, man.
Our thread is blowing up. I'm trying to go viral. We're trying to break the internet like Snitch 9 style, you know? Figured keep the secret for so long would be the smartest idea possible. Natural reaction. And risking his life going like 1,700 miles in the air.
I definitely am flabbergasted.
It's pretty shocking news. That's how I felt. That's how I felt on text, man. Just reading it and then just hearing it out loud is even more just as insane.
I could definitely see, Tommy, your reaction to getting a text, just a random like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm in Phoenix right now.
He gave me a heads up a couple days before, so I could let it sink. It was a draw drop. I had a lot of questions, a lot of follow-up questions.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. T Money's the man of constant mystery.
Yeah.
Even he doesn't know what he's going to do. Oh my gosh, so much crazy, so many secrets, right? So apparently, we've had an extra Nintendo 64 for the longest time. I did check to see if there was an expansion pack, and there is not.
I remember the expansion pack, man. What did that do, man? Just add memory to the thing, or what did it?
Yeah.
I think it boosted the RAM. Yeah, I think it just made it like a little bit quicker and whatnot. But so Liz was going through the basement of her parents' house, and she knew she had a Super Nintendo. And so she was like, yeah, I think, I've got a Super Nintendo and I got some games, but I don't know what. And I was like, all right. So for Mother's Day, we were at her parents' place and she was in the basement looking around. And then, she found the Super Nintendo and two controllers. And let's see, she's got
So she was thinking, so Total Betty Good was a gamer back in the day.
Sounds like it. Here were the games she was playing. She was playing Aladdin. Pebble Beach Golf Links
featuring John Daly.
Don't understand. Can we ask her why she was playing that? John Daly.
Home Alone 2.
Oh, Lost in New York.
Nice.
Okay.
Super Mario
Classic.
World.
I think that came with the system. Gotta have that one.
Super Mario All Stars.
Oh, that was dope.
Oh, I remember that game too. I think Super Mario World.
That was basically like all of them, including Lost Levels.
Yeah, I know. Lost Levels was
going
at the time.
And then she found the Nintendo 64. She didn't have any games for it, but
so what do you
found the 64.
What are you been doing with your Nintendo 64? You've been keeping us updated on what's going on with your retro.
Oh yeah. So when I first started playing it, I got really heavy into Banjo-Kazooie. And I sort of abandoned that. I haven't played it. I got to like the pumpkin level and was like, all right, I'm done. Then I was playing GoldenEye for a little bit, and that game is really difficult.
Does it hold up, man? Does the shooter hold up? Yeah, that's what I want to know, man.
I mean, it's cool. It's still cool. Like, it's still fun. Like, it's challenging for sure. But obviously now with like being spoiled with Call of Duty and everything else, but it still holds up. It definitely still holds up. Like you could play it with some buddies and do some multiplayer and have a good chuckle or two. so it's good. Still holds up. Then I was playing. Then I really got into WCW Revenge, and because I was like, well, we have that, and then we had NWO WCW World Tour.
That's a big leap, man. They came out one year apart, but I feel like the graphics and like everything like really took a bump with WCW versus NWO Revenge.
Revenge was the newer game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Revenge was World Tour was like the Revenge was the second game. Yeah, so first it came out, or NWO World Tour came out, and that like set the stage for the like the basic controls and the mechanics, but no entrances, just everybody started in their corners. And then Revenge came out with their own soundtrack for each wrestler, and they came out with entrances, which was super rad. So that was like a new thing. What could you do? You could bring weapons into the ring. I think that's something you couldn't do in World Tour. And then just like little things with the controls, but there was no create a character. There's no like big special events you can do or special matches you can do. You could do like a handicap match, a battle royal, and
is there like a story mode or no?
That's it. Yeah. No story mode. It's basically just like championship mode, which is you just fight like 8 or 9 guys in a row. And so you just basically have like 8 or 9 matches, and then, you fight whoever the champ is. So I've been playing that, and yeah, man. So I put it on. So I've been, I looked at the settings, and I was like, oh man, I've been playing this on easy. Like, no wonder I can elbow drop from every corner, and the guy not get up. And so I was like, yeah, man, I've been playing this game long enough. Like, I totally could play this on hard. I'm gonna go for the World Heavyweight Championship with Chris Jericho, and I'm gonna beat this game on hard. Like, that's my mission. And the first opponent they give me Sting.
Right out of the gate, this franchise.
Right out of the gate, dude, and he just kicks my ass. He he blocks everything. He steps away from like every grapple. He reverses pretty much every strike. If you do more than 2 strikes, the 3rd strike is going to be reversed.
Oh my gosh.
And, dude, it's such a pain in the ass. Like, it's so frustrating. And then you can't reverse anything. But then as he's like blocking every move and stepping away from every grapple, his like spirit mode starts skyrocketing. It's like, dude, you haven't even done anything. Like, you're already freaking at special. Like, what the hell is going on? So it just felt like the cards were like really stacked against me. And it almost went to the time limit. It's a 20-minute
game.
Time limit.
Oh my god!
It went to like 15 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes for the match, and so like we took it that far almost, and finally he pinned me, and I was like, "That's it, I'm toast. Like, I can't beat this guy." So yeah, man. So Sting kicked my ass, and then I tried playing a few more times, and it just got really frustrating. And then I was like, "I just got to get No Mercy back. I got to get No Mercy." So I pulled the trigger on that and ordered it from eBay, where any obscure item you want to find.
You said there's
eBay
like a
will have
bunch of different No Mercies on there, right? Not just one.
Not just one, tons of them. Like, people are selling these things left and right, $35 to like $55. More expensive if you want the original packaging, but I don't give a crap about that. I just want the cartridge to work.
Oh man,
the guy had like over like 2,000 reviews too, so I'm all right, I trust this guy.
So when are you supposed to get it?
Supposed to get it on Friday.
It's right time for the weekend.
I know, man, but I'm so stoked for that because so here's the technique that I figured out. Like, and I figured it out by getting so pissed off at handicap matches, especially in No Mercy, man, where it was like, I gotta fight like 2 guys. Like, it's such a pain in the ass. I'm just gonna get my ass kicked. But the key is you have to throw people out of the ring. Like, you have to buy time. It's like such a heel move, but you have to establish the higher ground like all the time. And so in Revenge, when you grapple, you can't move the grapple, meaning you can't be in the corner and just move the joystick and then both of you collectively move to wherever you want. So the strategy is you grapple, get them to the ropes, and then throw them out. So if somebody's getting a lot of spirit, you can calm them down essentially by keep tossing them out. But in Revenge, you can't do that. So you're at the mercy of wherever you are in the ring. And so it eats up time to try to like get the dude where you want and then hope that he doesn't reverse your move. So you could actually like get him to the place where you want to, then try to get the higher ground. So, but yeah, in No Mercy, you can grapple and you can like move the grapple around, which is good because you can position yourself better. Especially too, I'll say this. So because you can't move the grapple, Chris Jericho's special is basically like a sidewalk slam, or like he picks you up, kind of dips you back and then slams you on your back and then sets you up for the walls of Jericho. So, but the problem is again, you're at the mercy of wherever you are in the ring. And if there's rope breaks, then even if you start the move in the middle of the ring, you wind up like a foot away from the rope. Like you're so close. So it's almost like his special is wasted. So, No Mercy, what you could do is you could pull yourself to a spot and then know that you can position your move to get, the maximum amount of damage. So little things like that are frustrating. And that's one thing I remember with Revenge, where I was like, oh, there's like one part of the controls that pissed me off. And that's what it was, because I was so spoiled with No Mercy. But No Mercy, of course, has ladder matches. You can bring the weapons into the ring. Well, you could do that in Revenge too, but just like the player control, you could go backstage. I remember, boiler room matches and, all that. So like, definitely, man, like, oh, I'm so stoked to get that. And then you had create a character and you can edit the actual main roster. That's another thing you could do in No Mercy, which was fun. So what we did was we like made Stone Cold a clown. We made The Rock really fat. I remember that because when you turn the game on and it did the intro, it would show you whatever the program's wrestler was. So we like totally goofed it. But yeah, man. So I'm stoked. So now we got three controllers. So now we could definitely do some triple threat matches, some fatal 4-ways, and take that game to the next level. Wow, I love that game. It's the best game.
I mean, one last question. How does it look on modern TVs, though, man? Like, what?
Looks like garbage. the display is terrible.
There's no way to like customize or like trick out your thing so it's like less garbage, or just like there's no hope.
Yeah, it's called buy a CRT TV specifically for your N64.
Would it look decent after that, or no? Is it even so? Oh, okay.
It would look great because those games were designed for those televisions. They weren't designed for high def TVs. That's why it's all blown out and like it just looks like, oh man, this is bad. I started playing Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Oh my god!
Restarted that game.
The Ponyta.
Oh, Epona.
Dude, I remember you as a teenager, just like sitting there, just riding around on the pony. Just riding on your horse, man, just for hours.
Dude, it was so good. That game is so cool.
A relaxing game.
So yeah. You can go fishing in that game. You can play songs on your ocarina, and seriously, probably one of the greatest games on the planet. Best wrestling game on the planet is WWF No Mercy. Probably one of the best like adventure games, Zelda Ocarina of Time.
GoldenEye, or one of the original shooters at least.
Yeah, one of the OG shooters. Man, that game is so difficult too. Like, we're so spoiled with like Call of Duty and some of these other games where it's like, okay, I'll just hide for a bit and regenerate my health. It's like, no way, dude. In GoldenEye, like if you're down to one bar, that is it. You are down to one bar and then you're toast. So really got to get good with the sticks.
When are you gonna introduce Rocco to any of these games?
He's played Revenge. He's actually not too bad. Yeah, he figured out how to move and how to like punch and grapple, and I don't think he really knows like what he's doing, but he's won a few matches.
Nice.
So yeah, man, he digs it. He's like, I want to play the wrestling game. Oh, and Super Mario 64. He likes playing Super Mario 64.
Oh man, how does that hold up? Because that was like a groundbreaking game too when it came out. Like this open 3D world kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun game. So revisiting that's a good time. Again, the graphics are terrible, but the gameplay is super fun.
They weren't terrible in 1998. That.
Well, I mean, again, they look better. Like physically, the game looks better on a CRT TV, like an old 500-pound television.
Gosh. Anyone have that still?
Yeah, you should invest in one of those.
Yeah, you get that on eBay,
right? You get them. No, you just get them for free on the side of the road. Like, people don't want those anymore.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, man. So we're gonna hook up the Super Nintendo soon and play some games, and can't wait to get No Mercy, because that's definitely where I'm gonna geek out. I really want to get into it. And there's a question for the internet world out there, because I'm sure it's probably been done, but let us know if there's like a modern mod of No Mercy. Because if there is, I will definitely get viruses on my
just to get it.
It'll be worth it to get it.
Risk it all, man. This is a modern day No Mercy.
That would be sick, dude. Imagine. I'm throwing this out there because I'm not going to program it. Not have the time or the mental bandwidth to even process that. But somebody should do that. Somebody should make a modern. Think about it. If you could play No Mercy as like John Cena or Cody Rhodes or freaking Kenny Omega.
Looking at the Wikipedia for WWF No Mercy right now, so on the very last line, it says the game has maintained a loyal following, and various unofficial modifications for the games have been developed, altering and updating the game's graphics and sounds and introducing different playable characters to the game's roster. I don't know.
How do I get it?
I don't know. Probably like a YouTube thing or something, but
How do I get it? I'm looking it up right now.
I was going to say, WCW versus NWO World Tour came out in 1997. WCW NWO Revenge came out in 1988. WrestleMania 2000 came out in 1999, and No Mercy came out in 2000. That's 4 straight years, 4 like legendary wrestling games back to back on 64.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
remember Theron had WrestleMania 2000 before we had No Mercy, man. We played that for a good 6 or 8 months.
Yeah. Download WWF No Mercy mod 2K19 PC. Is that how you do it? Why do you have to download it from YouTube?
You're
that doesn't make
a virus,
sense.
man. Don't do it, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna crash the whole podcast.
Oh my god, it's in Spanish. I can't read this.
You're gonna get all your money to a Nigerian prince somehow. I don't know what's gonna happen.
You're gonna get soaked.
Hold on. Oh my god, they made Finn Balor.
Finn Balor. Are there pictures?
Finn Balor's Shinsuke Nakamura. Yes, it's on YouTube. Risk
I don't
getting
know,
the
man.
virus.
I kind of like the classic roster, though, man. I mean, I like...
Dude, they got 205 Live dudes.
I mean, is 205 Live dudes really better than, like, ECW dudes or WCW dudes? I mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want a modern roster. I mean, maybe, like, an all-star roster I'd be into, but not, like... I don't want to play with, like, some crappy, like... like, I don't care about Baron Corbin or some of these other people being this, like, even Otis or some of these other people in the game. I'm like, I don't care, man. I kind of want to play the classic. Like the legendary, The Rock, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Undertaker. Undertaker could still be in this game, too, somehow. Crazy.
Oh my gosh, this is nuts, dude. I can't wait to play this game again. Somebody modded it towards Vince McMahon versus AJ Styles.
I guess Shane McMahon could be in both versions of the game, too. And Triple H.
Oh, looks like McMahon's going to hit his finisher, which is him jumping on top of you and then doing rapid punches.
Finisher?
That's what it was after he reaches Fury mode, which is apparently, I guess, special mode.
There's a whole like Reddit like section for No Mercy mods. There's a whole Facebook group for No Mercy mods.
No, really? Man, I gotta get good at Reddit.
Man, it's I think it's a really deep dive, man. Once you get into Reddit, you get stuck into it, man. And stuff, but it goes pretty deep. It's like a classic forum, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just from my understanding, like just a bunch of threads, different subreddits, so different topics, and then let's see. Oh my gosh, this is nuts. Going down the rabbit hole, dude. This is crazy.
Oh.
All right, man. Super cool.
Oh, well, Edge was in the first No Mercy, too.
Nice. Ew.
Oh, you should look up the lineup. Let's, who was the original lineup?
That's a good question, man. It doesn't say, has Edge, Rock, and Triple H on the cover for sure. Then, I don't know after that.
Is your No Mercy YouTube mod in Espanol?
Yes.
This video I'm looking at is in Espanol, but it has like a bunch of pay-per-views from the last
I think there was.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
I found the roster.
Nice.
Okay, so you can play as The Rock, Undertaker,
Oh shoot!
Chris Jericho, Rikishi, Bubba Ray Dudley, Jeff Hardy, Taz, Ron Simmons, X-Pac, that looks like Steven Richards, Val Venus, Test, Bull Buchanan, Road Dogg, Bradshaw, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Devon, Scotty 2 Hotty, Kurt Angle, Kane, Triple H, Stone Cold, Mankind, Chris Benoit, Grandmaster Sexay.
Master Sexay.
Oh man, Matt Hardy. That's cool, man. I'd mod out Matt Hardy to be freaking broken Matt Hardy. Christian, China, Dean Malenko, Mr. Ass, Godfather, Albert, Mae Young, Jerry Lawler, Howard Finkel, Vince McMahon, Lita, The Cat, Stephanie McMahon, Big Boss Man, S.A. Rios, Hardcore Holly, Steve Blackman, Al Snow, Crash Holly, D'Lo Brown, British Bulldog, Tori, Terry, Ivory, Shane McMahon, Paul Bearer, Pat Patterson, Fabulous Moolah, Earl Hebner, Gerald Briscoe, Michael Cole, Linda McMahon, Jacqueline, Deborah, Trish Stratus, Viscera, Mark Henry, Perry Saturn, Taka Michinoku, Shawn Michaels, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Andre the Giant, Ken Shamrock, and last but not least, Jim Ross.
You could be JR and beat up on JR.
So JR and his barbecue sauce.
Dude, that's legit. That's like the coolest roster, dude. I want to play as Taz and just like take everyone to
You should be able to do that and like on. You're getting this game, right?
Yeah. It's purchased from eBay.
Is Kurt Angle in the game? Did you say Kurt Angle? I think this is like 70-something characters from what I'm seeing, which is crazy. Pretty good.
I thought I saw Kurt Angle on here. I don't. Oh, yep. Yeah, Olympic Slam, nice. Kurt Angle, there he is. Man, gosh, I'm so freaking stoked for this game. So yeah, man, so if anybody's looking for Nintendo 64, we got an extra one. I haven't turned it on yet, so.
Wait, you haven't tested it yet?
No, man.
Okay. You know it works.
Not yet. So, yeah, Theron, if you want a Nintendo 64.
They have controllers?
Well, I mean, I took the controller, but I could give it one.
Does it come with a copy of No Mercy?
Unfortunately, no, and if it did, I'd keep it. I'd be playing it right now.
Podcast. I was going to fight for this. I was going to say, when I first heard about this extra N64, I was going to fight for that in the Super NES, but then I thought, like, I've had my Xbox One sitting, like, in dust for the last 5 months. I've just never gotten around to, like, randomly playing it, and I just don't play it, so I have no right to petition for an extra gaming system in my home.
Yeah, but the thing is, here's the thing. Because I was the same way. I've had, my Xbox One, and all right, okay, I'll play Red Dead Redemption again. All right, I'll play Grand Theft Auto again. I'll play 2K19, no big deal. But now having this other console, it's like, no, this is fun. Like, I look forward to trying to figure this out and, like, trying to navigate my way through this game. So I don't know. I think it's nice having the. I think it's nice having the extra console.
Do you see the announcement yesterday? They're releasing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 in September.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
It's going to be remastered.
It's going to be remastered. That same soundtrack, like new levels, new creative park, and like there's like this made me think of all this retro gaming we're talking about. But man, that's amazing, man. They put both games on one disc or whatever, and re-up the graphics and same soundtrack. stoked for that, man. We played that a lot too, man.
Yeah, we did.
Definitely did. And we actually have it. We have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 here.
What the hell?
For N64.
I remember it was better on PlayStation. PlayStation was a CD. It had like a better sound. Just, I think we bought it. Do you have the PlayStation or did I have the PlayStation?
I think Anthony, didn't you have a PlayStation?
Yeah, I had the PS1.
You bought it just for Tony Hawk Pro. I think
you did.
I don't remember any other games ever being played on there.
I played Jammer Lammy. Rapper.
Jammer Lammy.
The rapper. Oh man, that was your skating.
Dude, skate like it's money, dude. Oh man, skateboarding was like grade school and high school, man.
Still
wrestling. Well, grade school was all wrestling. Actually, I can't. I'm not good at it. I try to skate like at least once a year. Before the pandemic happened, and when I was on my sabbatical from changing firms, I would go to the skate park. I try to go at least once a week.
Was it?
So, and I've realized how terrible and fat and uncoordinated I really am.
I'm trying to think of like a Element or Birdhouse, or I'm trying to think of a skate shirt.
You have a...
Oh, straight up, dude! I was wearing my board shorts. And I didn't wear my board shorts. I just wore whatever dad clothes I have.
Yeah.
Straight dad outfit.
At the skate park.
Straight up I'm skating in my penny loafers and my khaki pants and JC Penney button up.
And the new Tony Hawk, you gotta recreate yourself. You gotta create yourself as like you gotta create teenage Ant, and then you gotta create like dad Ant. And then compete in a contest.
Oh my god. Man, I wonder what teenage Ant would tell Dad Ant right now. He'd probably be like, "You sell out."
He'd probably be mad that he lost his copy of No Mercy.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, you're right. And I would express disappointment to my teenage self. Like, you're mad at me, dude. I'm disappointed in myself, buddy. Like, you know.
He just pizza.
Oh my dude, I'm telling you, man, my best memories ever. And of course, like this, like these experiences is the reason why we do the podcast, right? But my favorite memories are pay-per-views, ordering like 1,000 pounds of pizza or so it seemed. And we would just be locked in the upstairs room watching WCW or WWF like every month, man, like twice a month, because there were two different promotions, but man, just like farting around and wrestling each other and watching the pay-per-views and eting pizza. That was my favorite.
We broke the futon. Mom was pissed because someone did like an outsider's edge on the futon. No. Here's what it wasn't the futon, dude. It was your trundle bed. Oh damn!
So you just got this trundle bed, and it was badass because you could basically it's two beds that form into one bed. So we made it this mega bed, and we're like, oh yeah, dude, we're totally gonna wrestle on this. And then I remember we broke the side of it, and then Mom got super pissed. So you took all your school books and you propped that like bend or that break in the metal with school books. Mom was so pissed.
We tried to mod the trundle bed.
Dude, trying to mod the trundle bed. Oh man, it was the perfect bed for wrestling.
It really was like the first week of it, man. We're such idiots, man. If we're like 15, 16, 14, or we're probably all weighed like at least like combined like 2 pounds. Like if you had our weight, we're just slamming on the bed. There was no way that bed was gonna last, man.
We were probably watching ECW.
So pissed.
That too, man.
And
there we go. On that new jack.
Yeah, the new jack kicking.
Busted out the vacuum cleaner.
Those were great. Those were like,
jeez, dude. Oh man, those were the best time, man. Theron, that's how we connected, man. I thought your name was Darren.
For like a month.
I figured out the first week, but I didn't want to correct Anthony. That was my bad. I probably should have corrected it.
The running joke.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's what I thought your name was. You were so quiet and timid, right? Like you were you just had like moved in. You were across the street. We had a cul-de-sac party, and we're standing in our driveway, and talking about whatever, and like then we started talking about wrestling, and like you lit up and was like, oh yeah, cool, like hey man, we got wrestling video games and stuff. And I was like, what's your name? And you're like, my name's what? My name's Darren. Darren? All right. Hey Darren, let's be friends for the rest of time. No, my name's Darren. My name is Darren. What? Cool, Darren. Here's some strawberry puffs. We got at the water and ice.
Take one or two. And he turned around 5 seconds later and he ate the whole bag, man. Like legendary spray.
To be fair, I've never.
Neither did we, man. That was our first time, I think.
BS,
99%
that was the I remember. I got a photographic memory. Those were strawberry puffs. Strawberry puffs and peach rings.
And I'm sorry.
But yeah, dude, I thought your name was Darren. I felt so bad. And then come to find out, oh, it's Theron. Ooh, yeah, my bad, man. Thanks for correcting me.
Money is fine. Jet setting, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, flying across the country, pandemic, son of a gun over here.
Right, dude. He is he's going from eating all the strawberry puffs to risking his life. What a man of danger, dude.
International man of mystery, man.
I love it, dude. T Monies, dude. T Monies on the show. So yeah, man, we're all I think the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast, which you can download, by the way, and subscribe on iTunes and Podbean, and like us on Facebook, Twitter, and all the places you can see us on social media, Instagram, all those spots. But yeah, like this show stemmed from us just really enjoying wrestling and playing wrestling games and watching PPVs and eating pizza and, breaking beds. Making belts. Genie? Dude, you guys remember Genie?
How long did you have? You got Genie from a trip in Las Vegas. We went and someone reminded me of this because I think Siegfried and Roy, like one of them died this week.
They died.
Dude,
yeah,
Roy
I think
died
Roy died like this week. Because we went to Vegas and then I think we saw Siegfried and Roy with my parents. Bought a puppet, life-size puppet. He was like, he's 3 or 4 feet tall, right? Genie?
Yeah.
I thought I got him at like Disneyland or something, but he was from somewhere.
I think it was Vegas.
No, he was.
It might have been Disneyland though.
I think you're right. No, because I wanted a puppet. And I remember that. Yeah. And he was big, dude. Yeah, he was probably about like 3 feet, 3.5 feet tall. And he was just all upper body, like stuffing. And like his legs or whatever were just nothing. But he was the perfect jobber, dude. Like we drew all over him.
You got tied up, man. Did you get tied up immediately, or does that like that? It was like his dark turn. I was trying to gimmick change. I don't remember.
That was his gimmick change, because at first, like, I actually played with him and treated him right, and then once we discovered, like, oh, the stick comes off his hand, and oh my god, he's like the perfect wrestling buddy. Like we can do all of our moves.
He had a stick on his hand. Never saw that.
At one point, because he was a puppet.
God. Why do all our stories involve our parents buying us something nice and us ruining it?
Oh, Jimmy, you did not know what you signed up for.
Oh man, I'm telling you, he was the ultimate enhancement talent. But we also put him over a few times though. So we weren't always mean to him. He got over. He won a few titles.
He did some high flying stunts, man. He jumped off the stairs, man, to get a big all for the sake of a pop, man. And I appreciate that. He's a good worker.
Good worker.
Oh, could have made such cool wrestling videos if we had to.
That's actually true, man. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, that's probably our next. If we came along like 5 years later, yeah, we probably would have done that.
Oh wow, wild memories, dude. What started it all?
That's the Bro Before Elbows, the origin story podcast, I think. Yeah,
that's the origin.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because then, and then actually, what's cool is we've talked about it numerous times. Each of us, when we got back into wrestling, like we had talked about, like us missing out on ruthless aggression and kind of getting back into pro wrestling at the same time. And then Tommy and I started up the podcast, and T Monies would be a special run-in guest, and extra third man, and then became a permanent fixture, and now we're just waiting on this promo.
I don't even know what they're even talking about. Theron's gonna drop a promo from an airplane or something.
Man, I've been Theron, and I know you're gonna kick ass with this. Like, I'm encouraging you, man. Like, really get into making some funny videos and learning how to use iMovie. Like, the technology is in your hands to make really funny, cool stuff, and to really make some content and really shine through, like, creating some fun stuff. So that's why I push you to do it, man. I'm not trying to be a dick. I really want you to do some fun stuff, and that's why I give you gruff about it. But yeah, no, man. Dude, you should really figure out your phone and your camera and how to make iMovie and promos and all that stuff, because it's gonna be cool. No matter what you make, it's gonna be cool.
It's coming.
It's gonna be you.
It's coming. I probably shouldn't have taken a week-long sabbatical. The greatest production of a 30-second promo ever told.
No, but that's the best part. You integrate it. Take a couple of second videos, right? Like of you, cutting promos in Phoenix and doing whatever, and stitch it together. I don't know. Make it whatever you want, dude. Do you, Theron. Don't let me tell you what to do.
I. No, it's coming. I promise. Along with much more content. Digging my teeth. Putting stuff. Important little clip. Get it hot and fresh.
Takes time, bro.
Excalibur?
Mix those ingredients together.
Tossing it up in the kitchen. Cooking. Are we gonna talk about wrestling at all? I mean, we have been. We're gonna talk about any wrestling that happened. Do you care? Do you care that? Have you guys watched?
I watched Money in the Bank. I skipped everything on Money in the Bank, but the 2 title matches and the ladder match. That's the only 3 things I watched on that.
There were 3.
Oh yeah, I totally skipped Bailey. Because
just didn't care. I didn't miss anything. Sasha Banks helped her.
I saw Sasha Banks' outfit, and that's all there, and told me to see. So that's all I did.
I did. You're right. I'm still the same old guy. Everybody knows it's.
That's awesome. I did watch it. I watched. Saw the Bailey match. I saw Seth Rollins. I saw Braun Strowman, and then of course the actual ladder match itself. I thought the overall pay-per-view, for what it was short, and it was entertaining. It was comical. I kind of liked this is like an element of WWE that I really do enjoy is I do enjoy their humor. I like the ability for them to make fun of themselves. And I think that's pretty cool. So if when you watch the ladder match, you know what I'm talking about. There's some like weird, funny moments that I really enjoy. Like, if you're not going to have an audience, like, that's a great way to connect with people, is to break it up and like put some humor into the story. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, the thing about the ladder match, I like the weird parts, I like the comedy parts, but I guess I wanted more of it. I wanted more. It was hard because they're doing both at the same time, maybe that's just they had to practically do it that way, just to like cut down on like social distancing and be safe and everything. So I'll give them a pass on that. But I wanted like more cameos after I saw Vince McMahon and Paul Heyman and like Brother Love and Stephanie McMahon. I'm trying to think who else is. Freaking People Power, John Laurinaitis. Like I wanted more cameo, but I'm sure they just did as much as they could. And I just wanted more weirdness. I wanted more food fights, more going in the wrong offices at the wrong time, more like people slipping on water, and like I just wanted more weirdness. I thought they did maybe like a 5 out of 10 on the weirdness scale. I wanted to crank it up all the way and like wacky with it, but it was an entertaining match, man, for what they had, for doing 2 ladder matches at the same time and having to film it beforehand. I thought it was really well done, but I just wanted it to be weirder. Theron, what do you think about the ladder match and how they did it?
I thought it was. I like the comedy aspect. That like they don't have an audience present, so they have to figure out creative ways to entertain us. Going into this match, I didn't have very high expectations, especially when they said it was simultaneously at the same time. I didn't know how they were going to present that, but I guess they did a good enough job of like cutaways between the 2 different matches going on. The way it ended was cool. I liked it overall. They could have been a little weirder, but the spots that they did the comedy were pretty funny. Appreciate that. I guess that whole spread of food was supposed to be Heyman by himself. And that food fight, that is kind of disgusting, but whatever. So yeah.
Was that the gag?
I guess so. I think he was going to eat all that. Food fight.
I think Otis is the best, by the way. I love Otis.
My next question was, what's you guys' reactions to Mr. Money in the Bank, or either Money in the Bank? Mostly him.
I'm still torn on Otis, man. He could be funny, but he's a decent character. I think I think it says a lot about him that they're giving him. He's probably the most underrated, like most out of nowhere Mr. Money in the Bank they've ever done, like by far. Usually it's like someone who's like won some titles or is definitely going to like go to the top of the mountain. So I think they're saying a lot that Otis is going to have a really good singles run here, which I'm kind of curious because his character's it's there, like the base is there, but I just want to see it develop more. I think can he do serious stuff all the time? And some of his comedy is it's hit or miss with me. But I think it says a lot, man, about they're really invested in it. So it's got me curious. It's definitely the most curious choice. So it'll have me paying most attention to it rather than being someone who's more established getting it. So I like that direction, but I'm not sold on Otis yet. But it seems like most people are. And I don't know if he can go in the ring. Can he even wrestle a full match by himself? I mean, he did the Dolph Ziggler match, but so I'm just really curious. I really don't know the answer right now to that one question. But Ant, what do you think about Otis and his future?
I think he's I think he's, how do I say this? I think he's the most appropriate move right now because he's funny, he's big, and I think if he does here he always has the possibility of losing the briefcase, so he could have a failed cash in because that's happened in the past. But if he does, though, I do think that he could hold up. I think there's enough gusto behind him that he could carry being a champ without an audience. So I think with his comedic self and his lightheartedness and just his build, I think if he did become a champ, then, I could see that. I could see him being able to kind of to carry that role without having an audience. So I'm for it. I think he's funny. I think he's good. I think he could do it. So with Asuka, that was probably the most appropriate cash in or win. And she's top dog. Asuka is top dog. And I will say this for the record. I love Becky Lynch. You all know I love Becky Lynch. But I have always had a second love for Asuka. And I have been torn multiple times between Asuka Becky matches, and have even gone against Becky to go with Asuka for certain matches. So Asuka, hands down, is I'm going to say it. She is the best women's wrestler right now, more so than Charlotte Flair. Asuka is unfreaking stoppable, has the accolades, has the merits, and has the personality. I love that she yells at people in Japanese. Yeah. I think that's prime. I think that's the coolest thing, because it's I don't know anything of what you're saying, but you're really passionate about it, and that's cool. That comes through. So she's just unfreaking stoppable. So I think that's the best move to make, because now you have to beat Asuka. Side
note on Asuka, she's before becoming a wrestler, she wrote for video game magazines, and she's really into video games.
Good.
Dude, hey Asuka, you should come on the show. And we should play No Mercy, and we'll fight it out. We'll see who wins.
He could talk to us about No Mercy. Yeah, she probably knows way more about us than us. Break it down and stuff. Yeah, she's super smart.
That's awesome. So I'm excited for that. And of course, obviously with the news with Becky Lynch being the mom, that's fantastic. Congratulations. What an adventure ahead.
Yeah. Although her baby daddy is one sick son of a gun. Over here taking people's eyes out and whatnot. He went off since he couldn't win his WWE title match. Which, by the way, do you guys feel good about the McIntyre Heavyweight Championship run?
Heck yeah, dude.
Sure.
That man he was carrying barrels uphill to train for the Lesnar match.
He's in an impossible spot right now, man. It's like, he got crowned like the face of the company, and there's no fans, and they're taping Raws ahead of time. Now they're doing Raws with no fans, and I don't even know what they're taping and doing live or what. So, yeah, man, he's put in a possible position. But yeah, he just looks the part, man. He looks like he can perform in the ring, man. He's gotten so much better in the ring, like even from when he was in NXT to now. He's gotten so much better in the ring. He's just persona. He just looks like a badass. So I'm rooting for Drew McIntyre, and I think he can take the ball and run with it. So I hope WWE does what they can make lemonade out of lemons here.
I dig.
I like him too. I was just, in the midst of this pandemic, so it's like different time. No fans to react. I'm for Drew McIntyre continuing to vanquish people and beating people.
Again, man, what a humbling perspective to see the best of the best perform for literally no one in an arena. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think the role of wrestling has changed, and especially that fan interaction. Looking forward to the future of it, of course, and like getting back and being able to be at these events. But it's just what a humbling thing, dude. Like the top dog, not even able to get the crowd pop and not even able to really experience that, but still do it and still carry it and still kick ass. Like that says a lot. Straight up. All right, we got about like 9-10 minutes left. This definitely was like an origin story episode. So you know what? Let's obviously I took the majority of the show to talk about this memory, but is there a memory that stands out for you guys? I mean, obviously, like collectively we were all in it together, but is there a memory that you have of our childhood, specifically beyond breaking beds and eating all the strawberry puffs and being called the wrong name for weeks? Jesus. Any other things pop out? Like, is there a memory that stands out where you go, "Oh, this was cool," or whatever? What is it?
I don't remember much about it because my memory is just it's horrible, man. It's so bad, especially about like teenage and like childhood stuff. I don't know. I mean, it comes to me in bits and pieces, but I do remember Dad taking all three of us to Monday Nitro. And it was like, I don't remember anything about that Nitro. I have it like bookmarked on my WWE network to like rewatch it someday. But I remember Kevin Nash and Scott Hall were there, and then that's pretty much it. That's all I know. I don't know anything else that happened. I kind of remember where our seats were. We're behind the announcer, not behind the announcer top of the stage, but we're like on the where the Raw announcer, where the SmackDown's announcers would be, like down the front, down there. But we were like like catty corner to one of the turnbuckles, and I think we're on the first level too. So props to Dad, man. But I remember, going to that, and that was really cool on a Monday, going on Monday night to that. But I don't remember anything. I just remember it was at America West Arena, Talking Stick Resort Arena. I don't remember anything. But I thought that was cool. But I'm sure there's a bunch of other memories, but not relates to wrestling. So I'll bring that one up.
All right, rock and roll. I barely remember that too, so I don't know. Theron, what do you?
I mean,
you
obviously the culmination of the trio, but Theron thing. I don't know. Maybe the WrestleMania 15. I think that was our first WrestleMania that we watched because that was when we did it in my house. We usually watch most of all pay-per-views at y'all's crib. So thanks to your family for supporting that movement. We did watch all of them. I think. The week after we met, maybe the very first Sunday, there was a paper that was kind of started everything in your house, or like might have been Unforgiven. I remember, what was that rock tag team? They were like mosh pit kids. I don't remember their names.
Headbangers.
Yeah, those guys. They were like, I think they were on the cover work. Why I remember that, I don't know.
Wow.
But they were there. It was like that, and like WrestleMania 50. Probably any and all of the pay-per-views together, especially considering one of them I ate. We would just do that, or battling with G. Film some. Game Boy camera or like a computer camera, made like a wrestling show.
Oh no!
Yeah, we
way.
did. I've never. It was like it might have been. That probably was either around the time before or after that we broke that. Was when we were so I would say the broken.
Oh my gosh, that's funny, man. Mom was so pissed.
She held it together.
Yeah,
well.
so.
I had no idea she was mad. I mean, she should have been pissed off. Yeah. I didn't see anything after Mom did.
You know, like looking back at it as a dad now, if I got Rocco a bed like that and he broke it like a week later, I would seriously have the same reaction. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so pissed. Like, I just bought this bed. Screw it, dude. That's it. Yeah. You gotta sleep on that. That's your bed. That's where you sleep now.
Did you sleep on that bed, Tommy?
I had to, man. It was highly uncomfortable in the middle, man. If you like accidentally rolled over to the middle, you'd wake right back, man, because it was like a stabbing. I don't know, man. I'm just being dramatic as a dramatic teen, but yeah. I remember, oh my God, there's coughing. He just went on a plane. I'm really concerned right now. I'm really distracted. But yeah, man, that bed was really uncomfortable. I had another memory, but I completely forgot. We played a lot of baseball in the cul-de-sac too, didn't we? I don't know. I think that's I don't know if that was a thing too.
I think we played wiffle ball.
Yeah,
we followed the story of Together.
That MTV.
That boy band?
That was hype. Yeah.
But it was like a spoof band.
I think we spoofed it by making our own spoof out of that. I call it second.
It was cool. It's cooler back 23 years ago. It sounds better than saying it out loud now.
It does. It does.
I think we met there like before Halloween. I think that block party was like before Halloween because I think I remember going trick or treating with him like right after we met him.
Yeah.
Awkward silences on that walk.
Were there?
So wait. We could calculate this out. What year was that?
I moved to Arizona. I got there. My parents moved there the summer of '98. I got there.
Okay. So you're probably
1998. 22, yeah, so 22 years ago.
So yeah, man, we probably met you like, how long did we until we met you? After probably like a month or two?
I remember it was wow. Mm-hmm. But I had heard about y'all. You guys were hyped up. My mom cut a good promo for y'all when I was in Florida that summer.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I didn't even want to come. Like, I was in Florida. I was having such a good time. I was like, I just want to stay here, play football, man, and play basketball. Like, kids are cool. And then, I don't know, my mom was just like, yeah, we live in this cul-de-sac. Two kids that are your age live across the street, reads a lot of books. One of them, like, whatever. I don't remember how the description went, but she had a really sick promo. I think she might have mentioned that she might have mentioned y'all like wrestling, or that could have just happened again. I feel like probably did mention like wrestling. Boom. Look, maybe when I got wearing that there, I don't know. We just like it was. I remember it was like pay-per-view happened, and then we went trick or treating. So we went trick or treating within like a couple weeks of meeting each other.
Yeah.
I don't remember that walk being long and quiet. Not a conversation.
Oh my gosh. I was 12 years old. So Tommy, you had to have been 14.
Man. Wow.
Tommy might have been 15. He was the elder statesman. He always has been.
Man, crazy, man.
Oh, it's crazy. Wow, man. Memory lane.
Speaking of memories, remember that breaking news we told you at the beginning of the podcast? Yeah, that wasn't true, Anthony.
No, Theron's not in Phoenix?
We played a goof on you, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Wait.
I've been ribbing on him this whole time.
We did it for the podcast, man.
We did.
Oh, what? That's messed up.
We want to see your reaction, man.
I mean, honestly, I honestly wouldn't put it past Theron to all of a sudden. Okay, hold on. First off, I was really about to look up cheapotickets.com. But I was like, that might be something he'd find. And that might be a place where he would purchase tickets from.
cheapo air, bro. Yeah, let me give you the back.
Yeah, Theron, tell the backstory, please.
So everything, most of the parts of the story are true. So basically, I don't know, a month or had to be. I've been on lockdown, mind you. I was pretty tipsy, I think. Parents don't listen to this. I don't remember. I'd been drinking, and I was thinking about this because she really did ask me to come out there. And then I just remember going to Cheapo Air and looking at flights in the middle of May.
Oh my God, that's a real website.
Yeah, it's real. I mean, you can get the tickets for the cheap. So, and they're valid. They work and everything. So I go on there, look at the flights for tomorrow through, I think, and it was only like $100 round trip.
Yeah, wow.
Bro, why didn't you buy the tickets?
He did.
I did. Hold on, I'm not done with the story. So I buy the ticket. I'm like, now mind you, I did all this without even asking for it. We've been working at the Shack like full time. So I bought it because I'm like, well, we're doing to go. It was like really making not that busy. Whatever. So I could probably take this. It'll be fun. But I book it, then ask for the time off a while ago. So then this week, that last week came up, I told Tommy, and he's like, what? Right? And I was like, yeah, man, I bought a ticket and everything. And this and that. Had everything, was waiting, different emails and stuff, itinerary and all that good. So then, like, Saturday, I was at work, and we got news Saturday that we would be opening tomorrow, like, for dine-in service. So I was like, oh, it's cool, whatever. I'm still going to Arizona, so I'll be gone for the beginning of that. I don't really care. So then the schedule came out on like Sunday, and I was like all over the schedule, all through. Asked my boss, and he was just like, yeah, like, we can't really give you the time. Because a lot of people stopped working once this happened. Some of them were laid off. Some of them were just staying home during the pandemic. Like a good chunk of them may not come back. They have until Sunday to decide. So there's only a couple people staff. So, and I was kind of like, it was like, I was like, well, I probably shouldn't be going anyway. Like, I don't know. Hopefully. You know, it's not that serious. So I had to like him. But in the ruse of all that, we just still in your local. Still recording my podcast live. This has all been one big ruse. Reaction. But yeah, there was a ticket. But
dang, dude, whatever happens for a reason, man.
Reason.
So
maybe it was just completely stupid to go fly on a plane during a global pandemic. That's what I looked at it as, from universe or God or whatever you believe. There's a reason I'm not getting. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, you know, had you been in Arizona, you know, I don't know. That's crazy. But what threw me off, like, you wouldn't even see Tommy. Like, if you made that risk to go all the way out there, why the hell wouldn't you see your buddy?
I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to like. I thought she, okay. First of all, here's what I thought she paid for the tickets. I thought that's when I thought she paid for the ticket, so I didn't want to like step on. If she paid for Theron for a week, I wanted her to get Theron for a week. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to like. I didn't want to cause any
that's
drama.
Fair. That's fair.
And then and Theron's like Theron's airplane. Other than that, but this first part too. First part.
Airplane term.
You know, believe it or not, dude, airplanes are actually pretty sanitary. From my understanding, they take in outside air and then run the air through like hospital filters. So it's actually like cleaner air than by the air.
I do wonder what it is like to fly right now, but in all honesty, I was pretty terrified. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I woke up after I booked that ticket and I was like, what? What is wrong with me? Why?
Bro, for $120-something, you could have bought an N64.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
That loops it all. That's a perfect.
Just saying, man, if you're gonna blow $126, dude, you best be buying yourself No Mercy. Or paying for the viruses to get off your computer. Actually,
that mod looked pretty sick, man. It had like all the characters. K-19.
I gotta get this game. I'm probably gonna do that later tonight.
Oh, you're just gonna risk it.
Yeah, I have to.
Hey man, time to test that virus protection. See that firewall? Really up and running.
Oh man, but the problem is I've never messed around with mods, so I have no idea. Crazy. Well, hey, this was a great episode. You've been listening to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. Subscribe on iTunes. Subscribe on Podbean. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram. Share the show with a friend. This was good. I like going down memory lane.
Of global pandemics, which keep your boy in your thoughts. We are actually opening. Yes. Even more people.
Safe,
I mean, we got masks and gloves. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore with the pandemic. Yeah.
Nutty.
Elbow drop your genies, folks.
I'd rather be in